Hey man, say man. Do. Welcome to another episode. Wait, what was?
Let's get My bad.
My bad. Every day we got to break out in some kind of musical content at the beginning. But hey man, say man. Welcome to another episode.
I'm trying to turn my phone down, and that's what it. That's what
He's
it
like
doing.
he got in trouble at class. You know, you be in class, not supposed to have your phone on.
First of all, what was that ringtone sound like?
Yeah, that's what
None of us can do that. I can't even.
I can do it. I can do it. I tried. I did it a week.
They do it right now on the camera.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on.
Hey.
We out here.
Allow it. Leave it.
We out here.
I'll allow it.
We out here.
Welcome to another episode of the Stuck in the Middle podcast. You know what's up and it's stuck every week. But we can't go nowhere till we address the obvious, which is we got to make sure that you are +1ing on all the plats. And when you do that, make sure you double punch. That's going to give you all the notifications when we go live, when we do new videos, new reels, new content in general. You'll be the first to get it. But I also don't do this alone. I keep the fam with me.
All right, Fred, Coach F in the building.
B Will Cooks, we locked in.
That's the fries and the grease.
Hey.
Put them in the grinder.
Yeah. Cori from Cori's Corner. Of course, we got the pup Pear. Little Perry, the platypus.
Yeah, Perry the Plat.
Come on, Perry. Don't be tearing the toy up.
I feel like we haven't heard you say the resident unicorn in a while.
Yeah, because, I think people know that I'm the resident unicorn.
There we go.
And if you don't know that, what does that mean? That means, as Brian would say in an old video that's probably still on our Facebook, we do it all, baby. We make beats, we sing. You remember that?
All that.
Yeah, we do.
I do everything. Right?
The animals. Hey, you already know what it is with us, man. Follow the social cues, the official social cues in the building. We are a pop culture podcast. We show up every week to deliver just that, pop culture news and takes. We do it in 4 segments. First, we give you our Stucky Week-cap, kind of go over what we were stuck on for the week. There's a lot to talk about. Whoa. Big ball just dropped too, so a lot to talk about there. You know what I'm saying? Whoa.
You said the big ball drop, so that was crazy.
Oh, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. Katie said we got to chill on the pause game.
It's tough.
She said it's too many. It makes it hard to listen to.
It's too many pauses?
Yeah.
Or it's too many times that we're saying pause?
It's too many times that we say pause, so technically there is too many pauses.
But what if he's out of control? So we got to just say something. Yeah, there got to be something we got to say.
That's what that was.
This
for.
is
the snap.
This is market research. Yeah, then we really just got to get into the snap. Yeah. That's it.
Or out of respect, I get it. But there's also people that would say it's okay.
Yeah.
There's a 50-50.
Yeah.
We'll find a balance. We'll see what the whole market has to say about that, and we'll find that balance. But yeah, so ultimately, Stuck just every single week we're showing up to do this for you guys. What's stuck for us in the week? We go straight from there to what you have to say. That is, if you're in a Stucky situation, we want to hear it. Once again, how do we do that?
We read it out. But more importantly, you submit to us, StuckyPod.com.
That's right.
And submit, and then we read it.
Yeah, StuckyPod.com.
You hear my sultry voice.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely hitting us with the Kisalis. But StuckyPod.com is probably the easiest way to get your point across because literally it's the way to submit it. StuckyPod.com for the 3rd time. Hit the submit button after you put us your Stucky situation. From there, we go into the world and see what's so stuck and stupid. And it got so stupid we had to put it on the wheel. That's B. Wood's part. At the very end of that, we wrap it up in a pretty little bow, get you on your week, and we get unstuck with Cori. That's the show, folks. About an hour and a half. We figure you stay around. Hopefully tonight we stay dry for a little bit while we're shooting this content. Right. It's been crazy out here in Dallas.
It ain't supposed to go crazy till like midnight, apparently.
Okay, good. We're trying to get out of here till midnight. So guys, don't give us too many Stucky situations.
Now we will be out of here by midnight.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I know told you that.
Hold on, man. What you stuck on, Jay?
I'm stuck on a positive. Stuck on I sent y'all the numbers, bro. I put on a clinic this past week.
You was going crazy. I seen the video clips too. I seen a block one time too. That one was crazy. I was like,
look, my knees are hurting.
I bet.
Aftermath, but
because Jeremy still got that bounce, bro.
Yeah,
he's still up there.
I was put on a clinic this weekend. I'm stuck on. I'm stuck on the fact that like I did pretty good. I did not get uprated, which is a good thing. But like,
Wait, you don't want to get upgraded?
uprated.
Oh, I think
Okay, I didn't know what that meant. I was like, boy,
Yeah,
you,
so like
you
I'm
don't
rated
wanna
a certain level, and then as the rates get higher, there's less opportunities for me to play. So at like the level I'm at, no matter where I go in America, there's always going to be like however many tournaments, there's always going to be a double B like division.
Right.
But once you start getting A and double A, those team numbers drop significantly so that there's not as many tournaments to play.
So hold on. What I'm hearing you say is you gotta get better.
I'm not saying you can say it. I was already. I've been double
You're
A.
just saying
I've been
the
A.
opportunities like they become smaller.
Right.
So in other words, the team's already established. The tournaments are not that many.
Right. Or if you're at a place where like you know who you are as a player,
Yeah.
would it be great to play with the other like super duper greats? Sure.
Yeah.
But if there's not that many opportunities and you really just focus on playing, you just want to play.
I know, spoken like a true college guy that goes to play at the Lifetime.
And it's literally like
that's me.
It's
Yeah, I
crazy,
get it.
but like if you think about it, for example, let's say Texas has some of the bigger tournaments. So Houston will have this past weekend there were 48 double B teams. A and double A only had 12.
Hold on. For those who are completely volleyball
talking-
ignorant,
yeah.
what does on any of that mean? What are these ratings?
The ratings are kind of based off of skill level.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes the people who rate don't do a good job of rating, but that's neither here nor there.
Mhm.
So you have double A and open are kind of the same. So top tier talent. Okay.
This is gonna be like your big dogs.
Yes. These are the people who are like playing in college currently and or fresh out of college or professionals.
Going to
Got you,
Olympics
got
type
you, got
shit.
you.
Okay. So that was me in 2012 to 2014.
Got you. Light
Then-
flex. Go ahead.
Then there's A. Then there's double B. And double B is like super competitive, but
It's also like somewhat casual.
yeah, exactly.
So that means B that you really not you shouldn't. That's
We
like,
like to say you're.
I mean, there's C division.
You're a fringe player, right? You're on the fringe of the A's, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, and that's pretty much what happens when you like all-star in these tournaments, like they'll uprate you to A.
So in
that's what I'm
basketball
saying.
terms, at any time you can get a 10-day contract.
Yes. except for it's not 10 days.
No, I know.
It's
I
a
know.
screw over because if you get uprated and then the only way you can get downrated is if you have an injury or you sit out for 3 years.
They know about them?
That's
They
why-
know about them, and I feel like that might be the reason why
Your
they
own
said
friends?
No,
they're okay with me staying
Yeah,
double
they-
B.
Me falls off the ball.
I'm saying the way you hitting them balls. See,
Whoa.
that's what I'm saying.
No, see?
like that's what I'm saying. It's not.
What would you do
hold
with
on.
that?
I had to think about it before I even said it.
Cameron
but it
made
is what it is.
$20 million off the
We
pod.
talking
We're gonna
about
not say it
volleyball.
ever again.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the way I saw the video, I was like, dang, okay, I see you hitting the balls, but let me get out. I'm done.
He's smashing them
I'm
things.
done.
Yeah. So either way,
You said
hey,
pow.
Hey yo. Either way, so I'm just stuck on like it was a good weekend.
Good.
I had a lot of like positive, for lack of a better word, positive reviews from a lot of the friends and players at the tournament who said that I should have been uprated.
You stop.
That's what I'm
being that
saying,
guy.
bro.
You stop being humble. Sometimes you don't have to be humble, bro. You know you wrong.
He cold, bro. He cold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stop.
tryna be-
Come
be-
on.
What, say, what your thug say? He cold.
You feel me? You the LeBron
Yeah.
of the.
Look, this how you know
I'm
he
not
cold.
the LeBron.
Look, this how you know
Oh,
he
okay.
cold. He would pick the one he was gonna spike it to.
Yeah.
But
He
look-
saw the weakest link in the video. Yeah. I saw
Yeah,
it.
he picked
Yeah.
that one. He spiked it.
Yeah.
Nah, he hit him with the what was that? Was it Meet the Fockers?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He scoped them out. But
That's right. That's
you
right.
know, when you first put that in the message, I really thought it was Call of Duty stats.
Oh.
So I was looking. No,
And,
yeah, I was
and
like,
I said my KD spread did look pretty crazy like
Yeah.
that back in the day, but nah,
Yeah,
you don't
so
get
that-
those kind of kill like you don't get that.
nah, some
that
of
many
it,
attempts back.
some of it
nah.
look bad though. That's why I was like, why you sitting that in there?
He's like,
He proud of that?
He would say it's like my Call of Duty stat.
I was waiting on Cori. I was like, oh,
Nah,
Cori's game coming
hey, in my Discord, we do have a thing that says
with the stats.
with the
That's
stats
why
in
I
there,
thought you were
we
giving out
throwing
stats.
in there. And I always try to tell people, hey, throw your rank in or throw this in. They're like, I'm
Yeah.
not throwing that in. Because my rank KD is almost at a 3. And
Yeah.
people are like, which is crazy,
Yeah, it's
bro.
wild.
And people are like, I'm not putting mine in. Because they're not even at like a 1. They go crazy on rank. I'm like, bro, rank, you lose points for dying. I'm not dying, bro.
Yeah.
It said 44 attempts, 17 kills. So I was like, dang, he shot 44 times, got 17 kills. Well, out here, boy.
That's actually pretty efficient.
That's all I'm saying. Like maybe that's why he. Well, okay. He out here.
Needless to say, I'm stuck on. I put on a clinic this past weekend, bro.
Awesome.
So sign up for lessons. Reach out.
Definitely.
So you coach Hef?
I was Coach Hef and Exhibit A Hef this weekend.
Exhibit A.
I practiced what I preached. How about that?
Practice.
Corey, what you stuck on?
Man, I've been stuck on a lot of good things, but let me tell you what I've been stuck on this week. Man, commercial real estate. Why do I have to jump through so many hoops just to figure out how many spaces you got and how much they cost?
Oh yeah.
Bro, I want to see if I can, what would it cost to have a space for a year? It don't even got to be bigger than 600 square feet. Why do I have to go through 1,000 different people, 1,000 different signups? I got to get on a phone call with you for 10 minutes. Bro, send me the spreadsheet. Send me the PDF, whatever. I just want, and I'll be upfront on the phone. Oh, what are you looking for? I'm not lying to you. I'm literally shopping around. I will be talking to other people about other spaces. No, I don't want to tour your space right now. I'm not even looking to make any kind of rent purchase until maybe even August or September. I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row. So if you would, let me know what your price is and what you have available right now or whatever. But they make that even hard. And I get it because they're trying to make a sale. But at the same time,
yeah, they're telling you psychologically rather. Whoa, try that word 50,000 times. Hey, I've done the marketing research. You can go through my process, which again is a tactic. That's how. Again, this is all tactic.
Right, but I know that. That's why I'm trying to be upfront with them. Like, bro, I get it.
They don't care. They don't care. Trust me.
I get it. I don't have
what?
That.
Just tell me what the number is.
That and also IT.
That's right. Oh yeah.
I had an IT situation at work. IT be pissing me off,
boy.
Yeah.
Because here's the other thing. I'm not one of them dumb. I say dumb. Most people don't understand.
Just say that
IT.
you're capable. Yeah.
I'm more than capable. My first major was computer science. I wanted to hack into the FBI growing up. That was like my dream.
Alleged.
No, that's what I wanted to do. I'm not lying. What I wanted to do. That did not come to fruition as far as being my career. But that's what I wanted to do. My dream was to hack to the FBI, and then they were going to put me in a room with a little swinging light, and they was going to interrogate me, and they were going to offer me a job because I did so well. And I was going to be working for the FBI.
Hey.
So, and they actually do that now at a convention every year in Las Vegas. They have hackers come and try to hack their stuff.
It's giving criminal.
So I was ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so by the time I call IT, I give them everything that they're going to tell me that I've already done. Yeah. The reason why I'm calling you is because I have not found a fix. I'm not calling you for nothing dumb.
No.
I have restarted and unplugged the machine. Yes, I have cleared the cache and the memory. Mm-hmm. Yes, I have went into the command prompt and tried to look at I've done all of those things.
I even got you to this point so that I can give you this answer very deliberately.
Do you feel
so you
me?
can do your job. Yeah.
Bro, and this girl still cleared my cache.
Oh, yeah.
When I already re-put in all of my all of my passwords and stuff, bro. So now I was like, dang, I got to go back through again and spend another 3-4 days putting in all my passwords and this stuff. Anyway, that's what I've been stuck on. Them two, IT and come on, corporate real estate. Like, dog, why can't there be like an MLS or like a Zillow or something where I could just literally look and see?
Who are you? I mean, where are you looking?
I want to stay.
Because Arlington is good.
It is good, but I can't. At least from what I'm hearing, for most spots, they're like, there's a spot over here. Remember the studio we used to go to? They have some spots, and I was like, that's perfect. Like, it's right there. Let me see how much they cost. They're the ones that give me the most hectic or give me like their price. But everywhere else I've been looking at, they're like, oh, for this much, it's going to be this much. They're giving me the play. And then as the space gets bigger, they're getting a little bit more ridiculous. But like, it is what it is. Yeah. I'm not paying $1,000 a month.
Yeah. And now you don't own the, so now they make you buy the HVAC and then you don't own it.
Right.
So you'll buy the HVAC for the time you're there. Let's say you stay there for 8 years. But I mean, you can't leave the HVAC. You can't take it with you when you're like, you know what? That was a nice run we had there. I'm going to take the AC unit there. Like, well, I mean, it's got to stay.
Yeah, wow. So, like, I'm just trying to find that and then see, because finding the price is going to let me know what I need to do as far as work-wise for the overhead.
Yep.
What I need to be getting so I can afford that. Because what I would like to do is have enough space to, have host other podcasts and stuff like that and do other content creation in that space. Mm-hmm. And run my little office out of there. But I'm not going to be there all the time.
Shit, 1,000 sound about right.
Not on like...
The place over by me is running at like 600.
No, I found that like over there they were talking about if you had like 400 square feet, it was basically like $560 a month.
That's
I thought
awesome.
it made sense. Like, you know, what,
I would
what you're
double
trying
that.
to get.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, you know, you need a little bit bigger. Because that
No,
old
no,
little
no, no,
garage
no.
I had, that was, I can't remember the square footage, but that's about
600?
that was
more
about
than that.
1,000.
1,000 something.
1,000 a month.
No, I'm talking about square footage.
No. It was, I think it was like 900 square feet.
Yeah, I'm like, I need about 600. I can work at 600.
The thing
Or
is,
less.
are these folks willing to work with folks to that on that? That's the thing. People are real estate is such a hard game right now when it comes to commercial because of what happened with COVID. Everybody's just trying to make plays on the big property and the big space because they feel like that's the only way they're gonna make their money back. Like they don't want to work with guys like us because we're like, okay, let's come in for a temporary time. Maybe I'll build a relationship with you. Maybe we'll get bigger.
Right. I mean, at least a year because the contract you got to do is you have to do a year.
Yeah.
So it's like it's at least a year. And
Yeah, but they're
I'll tell you
saying
who to
like
hit
I
up.
want money for a long time.
Man, I hit him up. We used to go to school with him. The Tallies. He got
he
property
does,
off of.
he does other real estate too, like
But he has it off of Oak Ridge. He got a whole bunch of. It's literally right by Oak Ridge High School, and it was $500-600 at the time.
You talk
It was
about
just-
near the police thing?
Yeah,
Near that
Yeah,
police
little
station?
train- I
he
drive
owns
by
all
every
those
morning.
little business centers over there.
yeah, that wouldn't be too far either. Like that wouldn't be too bad. Like
yeah, but it's a nice. You know what I mean? People want to go in nice areas too. I'm bougie.
no,
That's why I hated that little warehouse.
No,
spot. I'm
I
sorry,
don't
bro. I
because
hate
the
it.
work that I'm doing, I don't care for it to be like
Yeah.
it don't have to be like nice. I could do
No, not nice.
if it's nice.
Arlington's good enough.
Right,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah. I don't care nothing about that. I just want to be able to
That's why I like Arlington.
build that stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been stuck on. So
Mine's quick. I'm stuck on moving.
no,
No, seriously.
It's
no.
different though.
Yeah, we just stuck on moving, and I'm really just stuck on me. So in other words, like
Yes, sir.
anything that I do, so which is work, my regular job, like I'm sitting there till 7:00, but I get off at this time, like just getting stuck there. The weather jacked it up, so we've been busy on the tow. I've been stuck on dispatching.
you work off of
Cooper.
yeah.
Yeah, off of Cooper.
We drove past one day and we seen you outside. I said, "Let's be Wood.
Yeah,
Let's go to the movies."
Yeah. So I work off of Cooper. We've been busy, super busy there, dispatching, doing all that stuff. And then B Will cooks normal stuff, and that's it, man. That ain't still boring, nothing major. But no, that's it. We lit. We turned.
Hey, I got to interrupt because I figured out, I remember something when you talked about it. I'm stuck on maintenance, bro.
What happened with maintenance this time?
Your lights been out.
Nah. My roof has a hole.
Of course it
The
does.
roof
yeah.
is on
Right.
fire.
There's been a lot of storms in Dallas for the past couple
No, but
weeks.
the problem is this hole it's the same hole that they fixed. And then
That was a patch.
yeah, but they patched it and then didn't do well, and now it's leaking again, and now
I got
the
you,
roof
bro.
is dipping.
I
and,
got you. Don't.
And I'm stuck
People
on
got all the
maintenance.
connects.
I got the
Yeah,
maintenance.
but
man.
I
I got
mean,
the
but the
maintenance.
problem
man.
is,
He
you know,
cold,
I'm renting,
boy.
so
I'm
I
using
just
him
call
for-
my
No,
company.
perfect.
But I
perfect.
like called them. I put in the work order. They totally forgot about it. Like they didn't pay attention. You could tell. So I aired their behind out about it. Then they were like, "Oh well, we'll get somebody over there on Thursday." I'm like, "Perfect. I'm remote on Thursday. This would work." They no showed. No call, no showed. Right. So Friday, I air them out again. It's now almost a week since Friday. I haven't heard from them.
That's
I'm
why
about to
I
name
send-
drop in a second. That's
I
how
send
pissed I am.
I send emails, and then I send the email saying, "Hey, I'm about to do the work, and you're going to reimburse me."
Yeah,
That's it. There's nothing else to send. You reimburse me, and then once they not reimburse them, just sue them. That's what happened to us. Now we won though, but that's what happened to us at my job. Yeah, just sue them when they don't pay you.
Yeah.
Go about your business,
That's
and make
the
them
game
pay the
plan.
fees. They'll pay.
Yeah, it's better
Yeah,
than
just
that
tell
than
them.
waste their time.
When you send those, one thing I've learned, and that's like when you really
When
want
you
to
hit the
respond,
pockets.
and you send that lawyer like a simple doc, like, "Hey, I'm about to sue you," or "Hey, I'm about to do X, Y, and Z," or the court this.
They will
Answer
yeah,
quick.
very
It's not-
fast.
I do it all the time with the tows. Like anytime we keep a car for a long period of time and they don't answer, and I send that letter saying, "Hey, we're about to do a mechanical lien." The insurance. Oh, sir. Yeah. So yeah, just charge them up. Get that thing fixed and charge them up a little bit. That's sad. We got to do that. Though.
Yeah, no,
It's
that's
like,
sad.
why we got to come up with
This is your
plans?
house. Do you not want to keep your property?
Yeah,
Real
I
time.
don't care. I mean,
He's a
Crazy.
good tenant. Like they should be lucky.
but in their mind, again, we're talking about things that are like,
But that's the
Yeah.
problem. You got to
Yeah.
value good business. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure you have ACH or you pay on time.
But
You
that-
got to
that-
always move quick
But
for
to
people
me,
like that.
and you're right, because there should be a flat line about what is good business. There should
You
be
have to
there
value
should be a
that.
benchmark.
Right.
But there are people that value their version of good business. So Jeremy might not be good business to them. He may be the best payee of all time. He may pay on time. He may never give you any problems.
Well, I'm talking about when you're dealing with payments, he's good business.
Oh,
because he makes
that's what I'm
payments on
saying.
time.
On a
know
flat
They don't
base,
even. He's flat. He's paying whatever. You ain't putting your business out there. He's good balling. He might be paying $2+. That's good money in the renter's world.
Yeah,
and he's
is.
paying that on time.
Yeah.
And you paid your deposit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're slipping.
Yeah, and he gonna keep it clean. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, they're slipping.
What you stuck on?
I don't know. I keep, every week I'm gonna bring up this point now. I'm gonna actually be doing my stuck-ons, guys. First of all, okay. I'm gonna use this time. I know. It's just it's a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna start always with God's grace. I'm stuck on the fact that we're here. It's just unbelievable, but also very proud of my wife once again. She did her photo shoot a couple weeks ago. She had a couple clients.
She did fire.
She did pretty good, I thought.
She did really good.
I thought it was really freaking good. She said, now, just to show you, I challenged her in a lot of these areas. A lot of this stuff, you have to do on your own when you want to get it done.
That's true.
Unfortunately, that's just a part about life that is trash. Like, you wish, everybody would just be in the same position mentally as you in that moment. And not even a dig on people. It's just, that's not, 9 times out of 10, this is not a feasible thing. So, I challenged her a couple years ago. Hey, if you want something like this, we're going to have to put our mind to it a different way. Man, what did she do? Created her own website to share the photos, right? Reached out to the people that she knew to get those contacts filled for that day. She rented out the space. It was actually she always finding these crazy deals.
Yeah, right. She told me about it.
Yeah, right when it's about to close, she found a crazy deal for the space, which is an amazing space. So I'm telling her man, I don't know, maybe we should look into
slide in there. Yeah,
that's a nice little space. I don't know. I mean, I know why they're probably getting rid of it because downtown Mansfield they're probably paying crazy amount of taxes. But I'm just really proud of her, because again, we couldn't conceive this in our brain a couple years ago. Seeing my wife jump out there and be fearless this way. I don't know. It's inspiring to me. So I'm gonna put that out there. I'm stuck on her abilities to get more and more out of the box. I mean, I feel like she just find 1,000 ways to make it work.
Yeah, and I hope that she and us both get 1,000 followers.
1,000 followers across the board. If we can make it happen, that's gonna be great. 1,000 across the board. That's what I want. We're almost there. Keep going, guys. YouTube looking strong. Hey, I think we added 15 on YouTube the last 20 days.
Yeah, we steady climb on YouTube.
Yeah, we stagnated on Instagram 6 or 7 ads every week. It was higher than that before. Facebook's looking much better. TikTok's coming on. Oh, come on, TikTok. I love you.
Yeah, TikTok's just changing though.
Yeah,
it's just not the same.
You know what I feel like with TikTok? And I said this.
Everybody's
I don't
scared.
know. I don't know if you remember this. This is 6 episodes ago now. I said I think the impact of what's happening, financially on the back end and what's happening legally on the back end is finally taking its course. They may have had all this padding beforehand before it actually started going through the process, but now they're having to okay, let's take a step back. What is TikTok for real? And I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like they're going through that for real. They're on some identity crisis. Okay, I know what we were, and I thought it was good enough for the world. The world is saying maybe make a few tweaks to make it a little bit safer. We're thinking we made it the safest we can possibly make it. Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like it just changed because TikTok was one of the first apps that really started.
Content.
They original content,
That's
short
right.
form, and they were paying people.
Yeah, they were giving.
And so now everybody's expectation when they get on TikTok is just to make content to get paid. Well, then TikTok got to make money to pay the creators. So the way they're doing that is through their shop and through the ads. And if you don't even notice now, I'll be in the shower just listening to TikToks. I'll find a TikTok that's 3 or 5 minutes long that I just want to listen to.
Me too.
Right? And sometimes, or what would usually happen, even up to a week ago, when you're done with a TikTok, it will just loop back again.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch an entire TikTok now, it goes straight to an ad.
Yep.
They have to get their funds if they are paying people. So that just changes the experience for the users.
Gifts. They make a lot of money on them.
No, they make money on gifts too. But they gotta they gotta make their money as a company to be able to shell out the money to the creators. So
and to get the gifts, you gotta work that live like crazy.
Yeah. So
I think if we're talking about views, bro, it's hard for me to say something's changing when I see other people still prospering.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not. It has undoubtedly changed. It is a completely different app. That does not mean you cannot prosper on it.
No, I'm not saying prosper. I'm just saying changing in the sense that to me is the same operation. We just gotta, it's just I think the way the algorithm's getting better. Like it's just being more advanced.
Yeah,
And what it's
I
asking
agree.
for and what the audience is.
I agree.
I think people's attention span's a little bit different. And,
Yeah.
you know, and we're just getting programmed to want certain things, and we just got to figure out that
I
thing.
totally agree. That's
I
all I'm
think
saying.
that's just what it is. I mean, you just got to figure out that
For sure.
NUT.
But I mean, I
Yeah.
think if you're not, we're deep in it because we create content on it.
Facts,
I think
facts,
if you're
facts.
straight a consumer, because I'm probably more of a consumer than I am a creator.
Yeah.
And the joy you used to get as a consumer, it does not feel the same.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I'm attributing it to the ads and stuff like
100%.
that.
Yeah, because
But I
the
also know that
experience
they
is different.
have to like.
Well, like I said before, they came out with the rebel identity. We're TikTok, hear us roar. We're not gonna move like Instagram. We're not gonna move like Facebook. We're not gonna move like YouTube. We move like TikTok, and that means whatever the heck it means. What's up? And then they ran into a wall. You know, they're like, okay, people's ideas and opinions actually matter. Hold on, let's slow down a little bit. And so they made the adjustments to feed who they need to feed. And so, but that has an impact, yes. I just think that we didn't feel that initially. I think now, from an experience standpoint, we feel that. But to be Wood's point,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if you're a creator, just get creative.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
Figure out the
Same
way
thing
to
as
get next
Snap.
to.
You see Snap, the transition to Snap. Now Snap is that thing where people are going to go get that bag now. They're paying fat bags.
Oh yeah, Snapchat.
So now
yeah.
everybody's like, you know.
Yeah, it's a very subscription
Yeah,
based. You
it's-
just gotta
it's-
continue to figure out how to get out of it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
facts.
you're gonna be in a stucky situation.
It's so
That was
weird
tight, that was
hearing
tight.
myself
That was
without
tight.
the headphones.
That's
Yeah.
really tight. I like that one.
Blackmail, baby.
Oh, Black
Alrighty.
African.
So this is our Stucky story. This is 35 to 45-year-old black male, single. All right. Stucky.
Stucky.
I am a 35-year-old single man, and I'm feeling stuck about this situation. I inherited my family home after my parents passed away, and it's filled with memories. I've maintained it for years, but lately it's become too much to handle, not financially. My sister visited recently and suggested I sell the house. She believes the money could help me travel, start a new business, or simply move on. She thinks the house is holding me back in life and offered to help with the sale and transition. I understand her point, but selling the house feels like losing my last connection to my parents and our family history. Am I being too sentimental and stubborn? Should I sell the house and start fresh, or hold on to it and risk staying stuck? Let me know.
It's a toughie.
Interesting one, right?
That's a toughie.
Because like the thing that like threw me off is him saying it's become too much to handle, but not financially.
Yeah. So what is it?
So it's like
Spiritual, emotional.
Well, the
Right.
sister, you know,
the sister
coming up.
saying like
Like the decision making. It's too
Right.
much to handle.
holding him back in life. Is he spending too much time? Like has he changed in the way that he's not progressing like with his friends and everybody else? That's how I'm assuming this is, right?
Yeah.
Like you have, and to me, this seems like it's not, and you said it, right? The house to me has become a symbol of who your parents were. And
There's
you're kind of,
identity there.
you're stuck in that grief still,
Mhm.
which is okay. Like your grief never really ends.
Right.
That's the common misconception.
At
It's
all,
like you go
yeah.
through like these 7 phases, and once you're through the 5 stages or whatever, you're done with it. And it's like that's just not how it actually happens. You kind of go in and out of it, right?
Yeah,
There's
but
no.
that's what he says. She said that he feels.
Well, no, but he says I understand her point, right? So
Yeah. Like he's saying, I understand the point.
Yeah, but
he's saying,
you know,
so
like-
my point, how can you tell somebody how long to grieve, right? Like,
right,
wait a minute. He said, this is my last connection to my parents. Okay. Does he want to have that for the rest of his life?
that's what I'm saying.
If he says he wants to have the rest of, like, bro, then
Then keep it. And
Go for it, yeah.
and here's what I'm thinking to get unstuck.
sure.
If you want to keep it, sure, keep it how it is. If you think that it could potentially also earn you money, rent it out.
Mm-hmm.
The house is gonna stay. You don't have to stay in it.
There you go. That's a good move right there.
Rent it out. Take your parents' stuff, put it in some storage. You'll always be able to frequent it if you want to. And the house will be there. Now,
Mhm.
the issues you're going to run into there is like
Now you're a landlord.
you're a landlord and,
yeah.
you know, it's potential that you have a bad tenant and they like ruin the house or something. But the house is still there. And if you had to fix it, you can still fix it. And you would, to your sister's point, if you needed money to start a new business or move on or travel, you can use the money from renting the house to do those things as well.
That's right.
Especially
Without
since
selling the house.
since you inherited it, you ain't got no bills other than
Well, unless you had to pay a gift tax.
Right.
That's a real one. Put that house in a trust.
Like you said, it's not too much to handle financially. He fine.
Here's what I
that's the
say.
part.
You said your question is, am I being too sentimental and stubborn? I say, I feel like that's too strong of a word. Too sentimental. There's no like, yes, you can be too sentimental, but don't put yourself in that like category. You know what I'm saying? Be sentimental. That's fine. Stubborn. You just got to look like in the looking glass. Like, hey, what about this is keeping me here? What about like really dive deep into why I feel I'm stuck here? Why do I feel I'm stuck in being unable to sell the house or being unable to move on? Figure those things out. Then you can get rid of stubborn completely. Should I sell the house and start fresh? What is starting fresh? Like starting fresh to you, does that mean you got to completely start over? Or does it mean I may rent the house and move somewhere else? Right? Like all those things you need to really dive deep in order to like understand how you get out of this situation. Like, I feel like we need more answers from you. Like, hey, I did some soul searching the past couple of weeks, and here's what I know. I know that I'm holding on to my parents and their legacy because I don't know what my true identity is without them. Okay, these next couple of weeks, figure out what that identity is without them. Doesn't mean that you're losing them. It doesn't mean that you're letting them go. You have your own identity, period. So figure out what that is. You just have to, I think personally, you just got to do a lot of soul searching, especially because of what this house and its contents mean to you, right? Figure out what that is to you, figure out your identity, and then build however you see fit. If that means that I need to let go by selling, cool. Sell the house, put your parents' stuff in storage, and or get your own house and bring it there. Like then your parents are still with you. That like a home is where the heart is.
Memories are still there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like make your new spot your parents' home and your home.
Just be careful with that inheritance tax.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Do what you want to do, man. Your sister just one thing I learned about life, at the end of the day, you're the one making the decision. It don't matter what people say. Like, it's cool, they have to talk and they can influence you, but at the end of the day, you're the one that has to say, hey, I want to sell the house. If it's in your name, if it's yours. Should you start fresh or should you stay there? I say keep it. I'm usually the money guy, and my mom's about to do her will, or she's about to do a new will, and she's factoring in the house, and she was like, oh, I don't know what we should do, or maybe I should have you make the decision, whatever. I said, because it's brother and sister, I would sell it so we can split the money, because we're not going to have one person stay in the house and all that. But if it was just me, I would keep it. Why? Because it's money. It's an investment. It's a job. It's a business. So your sister needs to factor in that. Like when you start a business, now you're going to pay rent.
Come on.
You're going to have to go pay a mortgage.
All those things you already had.
Those things, and it's the same business. It's the same concept. So you can save that money to $2,000-$3,000 that you're going to spend. You can save that money. So again, if it's me, I would keep it and say, hey, my parents gave me this for an investment. At the end of the day, you're never going to start fresh. Let's call it what it is. Like we can say that we're going to start fresh mentally, but we're still going to have that thing there. Yeah. So just keep it.
Unless you were to like completely just bulldoze everything.
Or MIB. You can MIB, get the MIB pin.
Flashlight.
You get the flashlight and put the sunglasses on or something.
I definitely agree with that. Sometimes though we do it seems to me maybe you value the opinion of your sister because there's a real relationship there. You love her. So I get it because you can feel the pressures of other people. But he right, like you've inherited it. You've maintained it for years. You said it's become too much. So you're going to have to figure out what you got to do. And
just keep it. Until
I would say
you go
keep
broke
it,
or something, then sell it.
Yeah, and there's a couple things that aren't being said.
Keep it.
Because we're assuming a lot here, but there's a couple things. Like, for instance, what if this is a lot of acreage and he has to, like, cut it every week? Or what if
he said he could maintain it, though. He fine.
No, he said I've maintained it for years, but lately it's become too much. So what does the maintenance look like that is
not financially, though?
Right. So he can, like, pay. Here's what I'm assuming. Because I think we're on the same tip.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, like, if there are like general things that he has to pay, he can pay for that, right? Like the taxes and whatever.
Which is why he said not financial.
Right. But then like the upkeep for like certain fixes or maybe the grass or I don't even live there, but I
Or the
go
roof.
over and I dust everything and the roofs. You know what I'm saying? Like
I thought he was trying to like tie that into the sister without like blasting her up front. Like I thought that's why he you know how you start with an intro and then you just blend it in.
Oh yeah, no.
I thought that's what he was doing. Like let me
No,
not blast her up because I
see
do
what you're
love
saying.
her, and you know she might watch it because she might be a Stucky.
I see what you're
But
saying. No, he's
that's what I
he's
thought he was
saying
doing.
like I can handle whatever financially comes with the house, which leads me to believe a couple things. Maybe it was already paid off.
right.
So
You said you inherited it.
yeah,
So
but
I'm
inheritance
assuming-
doesn't necessarily mean it's paid off.
paid off,
You could inherit a bill too.
But remember this.
That's why they be selling it.
Just take this mentally. Just take this simple math. The average, we'll say rents. We'll just say 2,000. 2,000 times 2 is 24. Go ahead and do the math. 24 times 20 years. So you're willing right now to say, hey, I'm willing to pay $500,000.
That's crazy. No,
That's
I'm
crazy.
getting
The business is the house.
That's right.
Like that's
you
the business.
You want something new? You want something fresh? Become a landlord.
Become a landlord.
Yeah,
That's like
rent
you
it
said.
out
Rent
over
it.
there.
That's
Rent
the
it.
business.
Rent it out.
That's the business.
You'll be
It's the
able to
house.
get money if it's already paid off. That's you're cashing that,
100%.
right? Like you're holding that. If not, then you're able to, you know, it's paying for itself because
Subsidize it,
somebody's
yeah.
there and you still have it. And guess what? At any moment, let's just say, and this is kind of like wild, but like you have a tenant there, their lease is coming up. You can let them know, hey, I'm not renting it out next year, so you got to find a place to stay.
Yeah.
That
There you
or
go.
Airbnb
You know,
You're
you,
right
can,
back.
you know what I'm
You said
saying?
what?
I said that or Airbnb that bad.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Then you're right
Turn it
back
to
in
Airbnb, yeah.
Whatever-
Short-term
whatever it
rental,
looks
long-term
like.
rental,
Yeah.
whatever it may be, you can still satisfy kind of what your sister's saying. Hey, I think your sister's coming to you saying, it said visited recently, so y'all probably don't live in the same area.
Mhm.
But sister's still somewhat connected to you. So sister comes over, y'all are having a conversation over some. I'm imagining off the porch in the back, you know, crack over
Real
the beer,
talk.
little fire.
It could be
thing.
more hood than that.
Right.
They could just be smoking a blunt.
Could be that too,
Whoa.
chilling, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Pitbull on the corner, she pregnant. Anyway, y'all chilling, and she like, bro, I love you, but like, you know,
You different.
they my parents too.
LIG it.
Right, they my parents
yeah,
too.
yeah.
And I had to do some things to let it go, and I'm not seeing you progress through it.
Yeah.
Facts.
And I want to see you progress through it. I'm not saying forget about them. I'm not saying let them go because they're always going to be with you. But I'm saying I see that you're not hanging out with your peeps no more.
Mhm.
I see that when people ask you to do something, you don't want to do it no more.
And you always blame it on the house.
Right. And and it's always around this. So we need to do something with this because it's holding you back.
Mhm.
That's a real conversation. It may not be, but if the observation is from somebody who loves you, you know, this is why you're taking it serious. That's why you
Yeah.
wrote into us.
And we're just trying to get you to broaden that scope.
Yes.
She said sell the house, but hey.
You don't have to sell it.
Hey,
Keep
hey,
it.
slow down. Slow
Rent
down.
it.
Every
Hey.
time I try to leave, something keeps pulling
Hey,
me
listen.
back,
Hey, listen. I wish my parents would have been like, you know what? Let me
You see what I'm saying?
let me just
Here's
give
a
you
house.
What?
Oh,
Boy, listen, there's nothing. I would be like, in your death.
But with
thank
11
you.
kids, you selling it. Come on, cuz.
No.
Nah.
Not if it.
Nah.
Here's what I would do, and this is just me being just keeping it a
A
buck.
family house.
No,
No. I'm
If
landlord.
no,
I'm swinging
if,
keys.
If the parents, thank you. If the parents have split it amongst us or something,
Yeah.
sure, we don't have to come to a consensus.
Yeah.
But if mom and dad left me the house,
Nah.
no,
See,
look,
it'll be all tree.
no, it would
I'm
not.
swinging
I'm not.
keys.
No, and people could be mad, but it's like, bro, like Diggy said, take it up with God, but that's dangerous. Take it up with mom and dad. I didn't swindle them to say give me the house. They chose to give me the house. If they wanted to give it to you, they would have
Hey,
gave it
this
to
was
you.
probated.
Thank you.
This was
They spent
Hey, man.
in their right mind because you can't do it if you're not.
no
They spent time
and money.
putting together and money,
Mhm.
putting together a plan. Pray and ask what you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But don't be mad at me. Like I didn't ask for that.
But that's what. So my wife and I have different views of this, and actually, I've converted more to her thinking on this traditionally because Black folks, as you know, we don't come from money, literally, like in this nation.
Generally speaking, yeah.
Yeah. As a whole, Black folks typically don't come from an inheritance.
Facts.
So how do we typically know how to manage one? We don't.
Pause real quick.
Right.
Speaking to all my Black folks, please get life insurance.
Yes.
Facts.
Go ahead.
And write a will. And open a trust. Moving on. Make sure it's a holding
Just
company.
start with the life insurance.
Yeah,
We'll get to the
just-
rest.
we'll
Let's
start with the life
start with the life
insurance.
insurance.
But I'm saying, like, we don't have this knowledge on a general basis. Now,
Yes.
there's some of us that have that great. And forget the knowledge. Let's say I have all the knowledge in the world. Did it actually come with an inheritance? Probably not. As a black
100%.
person in this part of the world. Okay, why is that important? Well, I had a way of thinking about inheritance biblically, but also what I created myself, which is probably wrong because God says don't lean on your own understanding. That's another conversation. But then I had this thing over here that was my wife telling me, hey, it's our money. That's, again, mind blowing because I still have this tussle. She's like, no, it's my money. Like the kid, no, the kids got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like she's like, no, when my parents go, I hope that they just sell the house. I do not want to be left with their assets to figure out what's going on. I pray to God they sell their stuff because if it comes to me, I'm selling it and giving it. You know, I'm not taking no money from it. I don't want nothing to do with it. That was your hard work. You don't need to leave it to me. I worked hard to gain my own dexterity in this life. I can pay for my way. Okay, I understand some of that.
Yeah, some.
Yes, but biblically, I know too that I'd be a fool to not leave more than just a financial inheritance. They talk about a legacy inheritance, right. So it's not just financial. And I understand that. I just know that if the opportunity is there and the information is there, and I do have an inheritance to leave, it should be ironed out. And that though is causing so many problems with the families because what happens? The parents say, "Oh, this is where I want the money to go." It goes, but there's no parents to defend their decision. So now it's just you, the probate master, and
well, sometimes it's because like parents don't be sitting down with their family as a whole, saying, "This is what we went and did today.
That's right.
This is why we did it." And if you feel a way, we can have that conversation. But this is what it is, and also that some part of it is yes, it is my money. But for me, and growing up, how we grew up, and knowing the people and friends that we have who didn't come from nothing, didn't get no inheritance, I see other people who have, because I have friends who have too. If I have an opportunity to bless my kids, I'm dead. I'm not doing anything with the funds. There's no way I'm not going to give them a leg up if I already think that they're going on the right trajectory in life.
Yeah, that's different, though, than what we perceive as an inheritance to the kids, which looks a lot nowadays like I worked really hard. Whatever spoil that I receive, my kids will receive. The mentality I think that we're trying to approach here that, again, pulled me a little bit was, well, you know, this is their journey too, right? And yes, we will give them a leg up when that time comes, which is what you're trying to say.
Yes.
When the time comes, if they need that extra boost, if they're actually putting in the work themselves, if they are being astute, if they are having discipline, if they are da-da-da-da-da-da, and I got it, I'd be a terrible human being if I didn't push them over the edge a little bit, sure. What we're doing nowadays is not that, though. What we're doing is, I got it, you got it.
Like debt-wise?
No. If I got it as a parent, no matter what you have behaviorally.
Yeah.
Right.
Give it
no. I'm not doing that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
but that's why that's that conversation part I'm talking about.
That makes you stuck.
Hey, we went today, and right now, as the wheel states, we're leaving all this stuff to child B out of ABC. Well, A and C going, well, I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
I love you.
Here's some behaviors.
Exactly. I love you, but here's exactly why we're leaving it to B, because we feel like B is gonna manage this and keep the legacy going as we would see fit. B, do you feel the same way? Yes. That's exactly why. Now, granted, that doesn't mean that things can't change, but that means that behaviors for y'all, I have to see that behavior from y'all. As it stands right now, I don't trust with the legacy that I built that you'll be able to carry it on.
And guess what? By the way, black parents, I hope you're listening. Black parents, this is the key. You want to, because we know we can't break curses. That's God's job. But do you want to help break that curse? Here it is. Get in front of your children and have those uncomfortable conversations and talk about stuff like this and say, look, this is just why I made the decision. So that way, when you pass,
100%.
we don't have to argue about why you made the decision.
Yeah, no, mom, dad loved you more.
What?
No.
No, tell them why.
No. I had more consistent behaviors.
Yeah, that's it.
And a more consistent pattern than you. That's it.
No harm.
That's it. And they want to protect their assets even when they're not here and the legacy that they've put forth and wanted to build. We all feel that way. Whether we have kids and do it or we have other people who want to do it, we come in this life and we find what our meaning is and our purpose is, and we want to leave a legacy. And we don't want to leave it behind to somebody who's going to squander it.
Yeah.
Get us on to this next one, man.
Big Germ said, listen, we done talking about this.
But appreciate you, giving us your insight, Mr. Black African American
Black
male.
African American.
Put the American on it, man.
He
Said
said he 35.
He did say 35. You're right. He did say 35.
He said 35, then put 35 to 44.
Well, no, because
that's the
that's
range.
the-
That's
on
the
the
range.
on the
okay.
form,
Yeah,
it just goes in range.
Yeah.
Ranges. That's all.
He could have just left it at that. But
I'm for
he
him,
said,
man.
"Look, I want y'all to know I'm up there. No, I'm
you know,
35.
I don't have my computer science degree. Corey said he got
Actually, I don't believe he could be stuck and stupid because whatever decision you make is good. But
What is stuck and stupid?
this is a segment where a person, place, or thing find themselves in a stuck and stupid situation. Hold on. Stuck and stupid is a segment where a person, place, or thing find themselves in a stuck and stupid situation.
Yes.
And then we put him on the wheel, baby.
Stucky.
I was like, bro, your volume getting real low.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on
He was
there?
running through it.
Corey, spin that wheel. What
Bro,
happened
this is
with
It's
the
getting
fast,
slower,
this is-
bro. I don't know what's going
What
on.
the heck?
Is this stuck? Oh.
Oh, this is fantastic. I love
Is
this.
it-
Yeah, go ahead.
Is
I'm
it
ready
stuck
for
and
this one.
stupid to plan with your significant other?
No,
Stuck, no.
What do we say?
I'm saying stuck, no, stuck, no. I am
No,
in this
I say
right
stuck
now.
no as well.
I say stuck.
Yeah, it's stuck no.
Stuck, no.
Well,
You said
Wallow,
stuck
you were
yes?
so
I
animated
got
about
two
it.
little
No, stuck no.
kids. I got two little kids. I got a wife who works full time. I own a business. I work full time. We got to. It's the only way. I know that there's some folks out there that are super hyposexual and maybe they could, just be ready to go 24/7. But reality comes in for me specifically. I get super tired, bro. And I know my wife does too. And sometimes when you're tired, the last thing you're thinking about is that thing. But intimacy is super important. So it's like you have to prioritize it. And if you don't prioritize it in those and I know it sounds crazy, but if you have multiple kids, you feel me right now, especially the small kids. What I'm saying right now is hitting on every note. But like on the flip side of those kids getting older will still be you and that spouse. So prioritizing sex has to look like this right now in this phase, but it allowed us to get to the other side and keep it a priority.
You're saying whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Just whatever it takes, basically.
It-
Whatever it takes
because
to
if
get
we
it done.
get to the other side and we didn't do this,
Yeah.
this no longer a priority. We've already
Yeah.
deprioritized it
Yeah.
in our relationship. And again, I am a huge fan of this. Like,
You got to.
I get
Black
it.
people. No, I'm just joking.
no,
If
I
you're
know.
planning
I get
dates,
you.
you're gonna.
I'm kind of.
You can plan.
Now that I'm thinking more about it, I don't. First off, I
Yeah.
don't think it's stupid.
Yeah.
I think there also is like some caveats though, and I'll just speak from my own perspective.
Sure.
I don't have children yet, but I do have anxiety. And certain times, no, for real, because I think
I'm just saying to compare like the.
No, because I'm about to tell you.
No, it's true. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like I'm laughing at it. Like,
But
what?
sometimes when you're, let's say like
facts.
you haven't been intimate or whatever, and you're planning like, oh, tonight we're gonna do this tonight, whatever. And let's just say like you're really not feeling it or whatever may happen, or if you're a performance person, you have this performance anxiety, like, oh, I gotta be on tonight. Like even
Oh,
if
I
my
see where you're
stomach is
getting at.
rumbling or whatever,
I
I
see where
still
you're
got to do
getting
the thing. You
That's
know
a
what I
good
mean?
point.
And like,
That's a good point.
No, I have a question.
The
I have a
pressure.
question to that. I'll let you go, but I have a
But-
question to that.
so for me, though, I don't think that it's like stupid.
No, I know what you
Also,
mean.
let's say you plan it and then
Mhm.
as a man,
falls
I'm
through.
always going to default to my wife. So even if we planned it on a Tuesday night and it's Tuesday night and she's like, babe, I'm not feeling
That's
it.
what I was about to say, bro. What
Right?
if she don't come through? That's what I was about to say.
Nah,
It's gonna
but-
hurt.
so
Which
there's
one
a-
hurts
no, there's
worse?
a couple
Right.
things to this.
That's
I got
what I'm
you.
saying. So
No,
which
I
one
got
hurts
you.
worse?
I got you. No, I got you.
Come
But
on.
there is a reason to why this has to happen. Because no, listen.
No.
No, but
That don't
I
work.
feel you,
No,
but like-
I'm gonna tell you. Let me finish.
Go
And
ahead,
I
go
promise
ahead.
when I'm done, you'll understand what I'm saying
Go
to you
ahead,
right now.
go
I
ahead.
promise you. I see what you're saying. I truly do.
And I raised you 10. I'm just
I raised you 50, and I'll tell you why. Number one. Okay, yes, there are scenarios that pop in, and yes, you can have performance anxiety, and yes. The question I had for you before that, before we move to the second point was, is that better than none?
What you mean?
Like getting none.
Is
Period.
that better
Like,
than none?
Having all those anxieties and issues.
So in
rather
other
than
words,
getting none. Yeah.
if I have anxiety, performance anxiety today on this date when I'm scheduled,
Mhm.
being realistic, the following week when it's scheduled, am I going to be cured of my performance anxiety?
No, I mean, it's going to take multiple times.
Yeah.
Right. So how many hits are we going to take on this agreed upon, prescribed upon time? And then again, to my point, is it better than zero at that point?
Well,
If we go 6 times in a row where you've defaulted on the loan, You're right. Just because you told me you have anxiety and you don't go through the process to fix
it's
all
not
that.
about having anxiety about like, I'm not going to do it because I don't have anxiety.
Sure.
I'm going to do it anyway. It's just that like, it might take me more to get into the mood.
100%.
Because as for me, I am a performer.
So
Like,
you're not saying that it's going to
It's-
halt you
it's-
from
it's-
doing
it's-
it.
it's
You're
not
saying-
raw.
day,
It's-
my
yeah.
entire day is going to be an
What if
anxious
he's
day.
not? But
Sure.
what if he's not horny? Pause.
That's what I'm saying.
We can't say that. But what
No,
if he's not and it's planned? What if it's planned for Friday and he's not horny that time?
So
Right.
Hear me out. Again. Do what it takes.
See, but
No,
that's not.
No. That's what I'm saying. I agree. but
I'm
also,
not speaking
it's-
from a place of, and see, this
doing
again, while
whatever
we're
it takes. I need
we're in different spaces.
I just
because-
never say no, bro. Like at the end of the day, because
Real talk, me neither. I
Yes,
never
but
say no.
hear me, please hear me so good, guys. Hear me
speaking
so
of,
good.
what's up, beautiful? Hey,
Hey.
Hear me really good. There's a priority here. It starts with
she looked
whether
at
or
this.
not you are wanting to actually be intimate with your partner. Number one. At what cost? Number two. If I have, again, I'm just gonna speak to me for a second. 2 small children, bro. Those opportunities are very small. I know you think that with 2 kids or whatever, 1 kid, you have so many opportunities. You just like, bro, it is not there. It's not there.
When
So
they
you
bust
have
in that room.
Yeah, but bro, no, listen. I know what you're thinking,
lock them
bro. I
doors
know.
and
I'm just
turn
telling you from
them
experience.
lights down
Y'all can talk to
low.
me. Y'all can talk to me. Come back to me when y'all got the 2, and we could. And this will make a lot of sense.
No. I think it's making a lot of sense anyway.
Because
right?
in other words, I'm going to prioritize it regardless. Because at the end of the day, this is the way that we're going to do it for now.
Now, what if your lady says, again, it's Tuesday night, 9:30. Kids have been put to bed. It's 9:30. You were like, all right, we plan this, ready to go. And your lady's like, I'm not feeling it.
I'm going to say next week, plan it for Wednesday.
But
like I'm not playing no
what if,
games.
then what if she hit you with the babe? I got work.
Next
Well,
week,
I got a rebuttal for everyone.
Okay, so no. So here's my thing.
I'm ready.
No, here's
I'm
my
ready.
thing. Here's my thing. We sit down, we talk about it. Like to me, that's ill prepared. On a Tuesday, you know that you're gonna be going to practice. You know you're gonna go to work.
Come on.
Ill prepared. Ill prepared.
When she hit you with this, babe.
Like she wants it.
No, I'm talking about like, babe, like when she hit you with the arm flex, babe.
Yeah,
that means
but
stop talking, basically.
Yeah.
Like, as a man to man, babe,
so
come on,
are we
stop.
saying that sex is only for the wife? Like,
No,
what we saying?
no. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm
That's
not what I'm
not
saying.
necessarily saying that.
Okay, so tell me
My
more.
point is, for me, I am a defaulter, meaning I'm not going. If she's not feeling it, I'm not. It's not happening.
that's just.
I'm not even
yeah.
going to sway it, and
can't
that's
do
not
it.
on her. It's on me. My insecurity is this: as much as people say, I want to feel wanted. The second I feel like we're just doing this just to do it, I'm out of it. And when my brain's out of it, you know what I'm talking about? I'm out of it.
Sure.
So for me, if you're like, I'm not feeling it, I'm defaulting to like, it's okay. You don't have to feel it. Like this is a bonding moment between both
You're not
of
even
us.
trying to get off at all, though.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I
You
never
are
said
saying,
that.
We're talking about with the other
With
person.
my
I'm just
partner.
saying, if it's that Tuesday, and I'm saying if it comes to that Tuesday or Friday and it's that time, and then and it's planned, and you might not be in the mood, you can't just force it. Like I'm
No,
the dude,
of
I
course
just
not.
force it. I don't care. It's the only Tuesday
No,
I
that's
got.
no.
I need to get it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Huh? Yeah, go ahead. Do you think?
yeah,
I'm
Like,
saying
what you got?
that's why I said earlier. I never say no.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
That's what
I
I'm
can't.
because I don't know when the come around is. So if I am not in the mood and she is coming onto me, I'm gonna find a way to get in the mood.
Listen,
I'm gonna
I
find a way.
understand the game. I understand the game. I'm saying, as long as we can all agree that that's not technically healthy. Like no, I'll tell you why. We are
For sure.
If we are in a marriage, you and I have access to each other.
Yeah.
And that's a point blank, and that's a period. You can have all your
24/7, baby.
That's a point blank, and that's a period. Adjust it however you like. Oh, this time of the month I get emotional. Then whatever moves you want to make, doesn't matter. Why? I get emotional too. Here goes the argument I hear a lot. Oh well, we have to every month we have to pay attention to the hormones of your wife. Absolutely, you should. Absolutely, you should, because that's what happens. She can't help that naturally her hormones swing. So for you to, as a man, be resentful of her because her hormones are swinging is just ridiculous, right? Because she can't control the fact.
she can't
I mean, she
control
can control it, right? She can go through things and try to learn how to control her emotions, stuff like that, whatever. But naturally, she's gonna have an imbalance. So why would I be like, when you get your period, I resent you. No, you just have to learn how to navigate. And I'm not talking from somebody who's figured it out. Like, I still have those moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot. Like, this is your time of the month. This is something. Now, let's flip it. I'm just a man. I'm just a guy. I have urges. They come out of nowhere. 9 times out of 10, I don't even know where it comes from. I just be sitting there like, oh.
Let's go.
That's funny. Talk about. That's funny.
Hello?
Hey, what I text you the other day, baby? What I text you the other day at like 2:45 p.m.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My thing is, so now, in that same logic, I'm supposed to say, no random boner. Because what? No, it's the same exact thing. It's an emotional connection that I can't seem to control from time to time. It is just as valuable. All I'm saying is, whatever it takes, we prioritize it.
No, I feel you.
That's it.
I feel you.
So if you got to figure it out, you got to figure it out.
It's just, I'm saying for me personally, I am a vibes person on everything.
Me too.
On everything. The second I feel like you're not in, that's why everything I want is I need it to be a resounding yes. I hate indifference when I'm asking you to do something. I hate like I want you to be excited about it. If you're not excited about it, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, but that's not life though. Life
No,
doesn't work like that.
But that's life for me.
Yeah, that's why he said
I'm about to
personally.
say,
That's what I'm saying.
He said
His
this
life.
personally.
It may
And
not
that's
be
fine. I'm saying like in real life, in and of abundance of what we do in terms of relationships, not everybody gets that response where you're like, oh, well, this is how I operate. So because this is how I operate, this is how it's supposed to be. No, like there's people in relationships, 2 people. So if you operate like that's great. I operate like this. That should be great too. You see what I'm saying?
it is. And we have to find a balance.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying for me is like, so then I have to be okay with accepting we're either going to find some sort of happy medium, which typically just does not happen.
Unless you talk about it. Because then what's your number?
Well, no, because we talk about it all the time.
But what's your number? And so, to prove my point, what's your number? How many times can someone say no to you because of whatever reason? Meaning like they just didn't want to vibe. Like, I'm not vibing today. And you asked 30 times? Is that 50, 60, 100?
I think before it like upsets me or makes me feel a certain way.
Because with the same logic, it should be 1,000 times. You'd be like, hey, you just weren't in it this time.
No. Are you saying what's my number until what?
Until it becomes like, I have to have a part of this too. Like, you're saying, what I'm hearing you say is like, okay, I'm about to, like, if I want something in a relationship, and I can't get that thing that I need, by the way, in a relationship, in the moment, I'm going to say, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I find that not to be wholly healthy. I should be able to express that I have a need and receive that need more times than not. So my thing is, what is the number that I can go on that says, okay, this is healthy enough? These many amounts of telling you that you're not, that thing that you need to learn how to, like, how many is that?
But here's how I see it versus the way that you see it.
Sure. Maybe that have a difference.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see it from me, I see it as I'm taking care of my wife because for her, because she's not, this is a special moment for her as well. Sure. Because she may not feel where she needs to be, that doesn't mean we'll never have it again, or there won't be a season of life where I'm trying to tell her, hey, chill out. Why you want to have sex every single day? Right? Like,
sure.
There may be that we're going to be married for the rest of our entire life.
Absolutely.
So in our relationship, I used to feel a way about it because I felt me personally like, damn, am I not attractive no more? Do you not want me? Is that da-da-da-da? But what changed for me was, no, how can I can love my wife in 1,000 different ways other than just having intercourse with her.
Sure.
Though it's still a need for me and a want for me,
sure.
I'm going to get it at some point. And that point is the point, I would rather get it when she wants it than get it.
That gets you off.
I would rather get it when she wants it than get it when she doesn't want
it.
it.
Is every man's pipe dream. Just so you understand
Real
that.
talk.
No,
I'm living it.
Just so that we're
I'm living it.
Sure we are. I'm applauding you for that. I'm saying, just so that we're on the same page, what that's called is every man's pipe dream, right? And not every man's living that is all I'm saying. So just so that we can have some dexterity, what is the number? And again, it was really just
that's for everybody. The number is different for everybody.
That's the
for
point
me,
I'm
it's
making.
infinity.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, if there's a genuine opportunity for you to want to make me feel the same way I want to make you feel, at some point it hits in the middle. At some point, it's the only explanation I can come up with. If it's constantly like, I'm just gonna fit this thing, well then there's something that needs to be addressed there. There's a consistency in that space, right? If you are doing this once in a while, we're not really feeling it once in a while, whatever. But consistently, that's what I said. What's the number?
Also, just a tip before we spin the wheel. schedule it. Don't schedule it always at night. Schedule it in the morning.
I'll give
Make
you a
it
hint
make
too.
it a
I keep forgetting
priority
about morning. Oh.
before other things. Oh,
Hold on.
you're tired.
Thank you.
Well, we're gonna do it before we even get tired.
So I'll give you a hint. There is this sex therapist I used to follow, and she gave me this crazy one-liner, and I use it all the time with my wife. I'm sorry, that sounds embarrassing. Sorry, baby, if we get embarrassed for that. But it's called F first.
Exactly.
So whatever you do, F first. Like you about to go
Then
on a
make a
date,
decision.
F first.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, because I'm gonna be
'Cause
full
you gonna
afterward.
come on, you gonna be
bloated.
full. You gonna be. Come on, you ain't gonna try to do none of that.
Is Apple Music stuck and stupid for not putting Thriller as the #1 GOAT album? Stuck? No, not stupid for that.
I don't know, man. I got an unpopular opinion for most people.
I'm gonna say
I'm
stuck.
oh, I'm stuck and
I'm
too.
stuck in.
I love the miseducation of Lauryn Hill,
Mm-hmm. No skippers.
but there's a lot of no skippers though.
There's a lot of
no
yeah.
skippers.
There's a lot of no skippers. I just feel like it's hard, and this is me personally, and Biggie's my favorite rapper.
Mhm.
It's hard for me to say that there's something that is like #1 or somebody who's #1 when they have one body of work.
Yeah.
Really.
Solo wise.
Solo wise.
Okay.
Sure, she's been a part of a lot of
that
other
little
things.
second thing that they claim out is
But
not
no,
really.
no, no.
It's not
And
really
that
good.
so and for me, I wasn't necessarily alive for Thriller when Thriller came out, but imagine how I feel when it comes to this. Thriller to this day still has the same
100%.
regard, right?
Sure.
When the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill came out, I didn't see it as culturally shifting and moving as a Thriller was. So putting that as #1 to me was a little wild. But I can also take arguments for it being #1. So I'm cool with it being there. That's why I'm stuck in. But I'm also like, I don't know if it
didn't
had
move
much
mountains.
more of a cultural difference. If that was one of the markers, which I think they said it was, then Michael Jackson Thriller, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just straight up. It is what it is. Like
Shout out to Lauryn Hill.
Thriller was a movement.
It still
So,
is.
and yeah, like when it happened, and it still is to this
That's
day.
true.
So like, I
Every
say stuck
Halloween.
in because like you're gonna this album will be forever, you know. Whereas something somewhere else could fade. Thriller is gonna be there for forever. Are there other goated albums, or are there other albums that have no skips? Yes.
I was just
We
mad.
just,
like,
we,
I feel like
we
it's a-
just
it's a
argued Confessions
bad-
over Thriller the other day, didn't we?
No, we did not.
We
We,
did
not argue
argued that
Confessions.
Confessions should be higher
Yeah.
because it was like
Higher than
94.
Thriller? Or
No,
is
no,
it
no,
higher
no, no.
generally?
It was higher
Higher
on the
on the
list.
list.
Or lower
I
on
don't
the
think
list. I
Thriller
guess you
should be
could say.
#1 though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't got more bangers than Confessions. Now the history and the greatness of Michael Jackson's great, but I'm talking about bangers. We're talking about bangers. Bangers. Confessions got bangers.
And Thriller doesn't.
I mean, Thriller does too.
We're life wise, of course, but we're talking about bangers. Like you said, culture shifting.
Yes.
When it first came out, Confessions was crazy. Stop.
No. Confessions was.
Thriller-
No.
Thriller was
Time
back
out,
by
time out, time out. Confessions was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
When it first dropped, was crazy.
No, it was crazy. But it still was not even nowhere near as crazy as Thriller was.
But again, you said you weren't born then. We're saying culture wise, they said that Thriller wasn't even the hottest compared to I think Prince. When was Thriller out? Thriller wasn't. I don't think me personally, and we can look this up because I've been wrong before.
Thriller came out in the 80s.
I don't think Thriller was the hottest album that came out at the time. I think they spent the most money like on the video and stuff, but I don't think it was the
Bro,
hottest
you have
project
your
out
phone
at the
sitting in
time.
your lap. It went off earlier.
Yeah,
Pull
look
it
it
up.
up.
Yeah, I don't think it was the
here's
hottest
one
album
piece-
at that time.
Yeah, here's one piece I'll give to that in pushback. Like every Halloween, we see a Thriller video remake.
But that's history, of course.
You know, but my point is, I don't
Usher
know.
just came out in 2008 or
4?
7 or
No, that
whatever,
was what,
4
2003?
with Confessions.
Yeah,
Come
something like that.
on, come on, y'all gotta stop. Like
But
Michael
that's
is the
but that's
GOAT. He is
history.
the
That's
GOAT.
But
not
what-
being remade.
But
though.
also that's 20 years. So, but you know, that's 21 years now. But also, what part of that is can we lean on every single year at some part of the year? We're like, I know at this part of the year we are going to have a Confessions reference of some point. We don't. Thriller, however, every
fact.
Halloween, somebody's remaking that dance in the middle of the street with a whole bunch of group people.
100%. That's why I say that the
Some
video,
college
the video,
campuses.
and how much money they paid for it, and all that stuff. That
Yeah.
added to it. But
That's the song. Go to the album because we're trying to see the album. That's the song.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to hold on.
Yeah, guys, sorry that we're doing this. We wanna make sure we're not being flagged for whatever information.
yeah, I love
That's
That bug
crazy.
spent 37 weeks at #1.
That's tough.
that's
Bro,
tough.
it went over. Come on, son.
Yeah, that literally, well, for a year, it was number one.
And remained on the charts for 626 non-consecutive
They
weeks.
sell 100
And
million
counting.
copies. That's crazy.
Bro, this Thriller was crazy, dog.
Yeah, that's wild. I say Stuck because obviously the option to say that it is a popular one because of all the numbers.
And we're talking about radio charts,
That's right.
yeah,
not
that's crazy.
streams.
That's
There's
right.
other and there's other projects out,
Yeah, but
they say that is the biggest.
For
There's
sure.
Other
I
big,
also
these
think
are big projects.
Music
out here
era
right now.
needs
Yeah.
to be split, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
They need to do a pre-stream, post-stream.
That's super smart.
They,
because CD really was still
or any kind. It was always physical
Yeah.
media.
yeah.
So whether it be CDs, vinyls, 8 tracks.
Because then
Whatever.
somebody will say, well, why don't you go pre-instrument, post-instrument?
Bro,
like where people was playing keys to make beats and
Yeah.
there's people actually make a whole
They still had to go physically
Barbershop
purchase the
ensembles,
thing,
yeah.
right? Now radio is still here, so you can still have them kind of numbers, but
Yeah.
like the streams have to be because right now people are even if we talk about somebody like a Taylor Swift, and this is no dig at Taylor Swift, but when we talk about Taylor Swift and people are like, oh, she's the or like Michael Jackson or whatever, I'm sure you can probably make an argument for our generation because what would Michael Jackson be in our generation? Sure, it might be Taylor Swift, but in comparing the two when it comes to sales and even like their stardom, we're talking about a time where you had to get up off of your butt
That's right.
and go to a store to buy a record.
Yeah.
You couldn't just click it on your phone and play it.
Yeah, so them,
You had to-
them numbers
It's
look
not
like
comparable.
today numbers.
Decide
Yeah.
money from your paycheck
Mm-hmm.
was going to go to one album. Because right now, your money from your paycheck that you're paying for Spotify goes to
A bajillion albums.
yeah, exactly.
Ain't number $10.
So if you're really paying 0.000001 cent of an album or whatever,
Less than that even.
you had to go spend your hard earned, which means, hey, am I getting
I had
lunch
to think
today or am I
twice.
buying this album?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say this one thing. Confessions dropped 2004. 2003 was the greatest year of album release ever, and to come off of that and Usher just say, okay, you know, Beyonce dropped the year before, Jay-Z dropped the year before, NSYNC, Justin Timberlake, all these people.
It's
I'm
a
gonna
lot.
drop Confessions and have a big come on, man. Like
No,
the guy
Confessions
is-
to me, I told you, number one
Confession-
R&B album.
we know like Michael Jackson is a GOAT. We get it. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. But come on, like the dude.
I'm not putting Confessions on.
I'm sorry. There's
if
no way
it's me, I'm
Confessions
just
is
talking
over
about if
there.
it's me. It's like the LeBron Michael Jordan argument. I wasn't around for the Michael Jordan. Some of the highlights I've seen is cool and stuff. But it's like Chris Brown. I think this is my personal opinion. I think Chris Brown's a better dancer than Michael Jackson. My personal opinion. He could do the moonwalk. He
could
could do
agree
every
with that.
move. He could do every move that Michael Jackson can
And
do,
more.
plus some.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's just my personal opinion. But
Michael
again,
wouldn't hit no flips.
is Michael the GOAT overall? Is he better than Usher? Come on, stop. Of course. But I'm just saying, if it's Confessions to Thriller, Confessions front to back's crazy. Is this?
Go ahead,
read,
go
bro.
ahead.
Is it stuck and stupid for the FDA to have acceptable amounts of bugs or rodents in food?
We'll go through this
I'm
one.
gonna say
quick.
Stuck.
I say stuck no.
Yeah, it's stuck.
I
no
say
for
stuck
me.
no, just because
Yeah, stuck
I
no.
know what warehouses are
That's
and
what
what
I'm
they
like.
look like.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
I
be
don't
real.
think. Yeah, it's all bugs.
Thank
are
you.
bad.
Thank you for
Yeah.
for one. You're not going to be able to get bugs out of bro. We living in a world too.
100%.
We're
So-
literally living in the woods. We
Yes.
just flatten the trees.
That's it. That's it, bro. So like,
The bugs are
there's
everywhere.
going to be bugs
Yeah.
everywhere. So thank you for regulating how much would be an acceptable amount. Because
Yeah.
if it wasn't,
Good lord.
somebody
yeah,
might
like,
see a
that'd
whole
just be
roach and be
capping.
like,
You mean
That'd be
i.e.
cat-
our childhood when
Facts,
they
bro.
weren't doing that. And we opened that box and be a little rat and they're like, there's a rat in my box?
it's a rat.
My
I
Shaq
ain't going
food?
on.
Oh my goodness.
Not the Shaq food.
Hey, that's when I'm old.
Is
Oh.
Royal Caribbean stuck and stupid for not letting the passenger disembark until the medical bill was paid?
Say what?
Shout out to Royal
Hey, watch
Caribbean.
out,
Hey.
watch
Okay,
out,
well, it's
Hey.
not just Royal Caribbean.
No, this is
Yeah,
all
everyone's like
companies,
that.
right?
I don't think they're stuck and stupid. I don't think it's stuck and stupid.
I do.
I say stuck, yeah.
I say stuck, yeah.
I say stuck
Even
no.
when they offer the insurance,
Yeah, I say stuck no.
even when they
Okay.
offer the cruise insurance,
No, just bill them.
no, but that yeah.
Just
Yeah, I'm
bill
about to say
them.
just bill 'em.
To
Well,
not
no
let
one-
me off is like
they probably don't.
if I don't have the let's think about this.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, this is this is kidnapping.
Yeah.
Fam, I do not have the money. Basically, the ransom you're saying is the medical bill. I don't have the funds right now. I didn't come on here thinking I was going to have a medical emergency.
But you signed I don't know what the dotted line says.
Right.
Pretty
That
sure
dotted
somewhere
line
in
probably
there
says
it
Somewhere
say-
in there
better
it
get that
said-
medical insurance. That
No,
Carnival
the
cruise.
dotted line says is you're supposed to have a zero balance by the time you get off the ship.
Right.
Period. So
But
here's the
now-
other part. Here's the other
Or you
part.
can't get off.
I can guarantee you that they didn't third party that medical team. It's probably an internal team.
Yeah.
And that's why another reason why they say you can't go nowhere, because they got nobody collecting that bill. It's their
Well, the
money.
thing is, I'm leaving because I'm fighting somebody and I'm getting arrested. So the cops are gonna take me out.
Real talk,
I'm
real
getting
talk.
off the boat. You're not finna hold me on
But
the boat
also,
because I
it's
got a medical
stupid
bill, fam.
because if you do this, the boat is disembarking, or the boat is embarking and leaving that same day. So you're holding up an entire cruise because this family or this individual
good point.
is not able to get off
That's a
the boat
good point.
because where are they gonna stay?
Another week of cruising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
What you gonna do? Yeah. But if you gonna bill me for the bill for the cruise, then bill me for the medical bill.
Yeah, it's dumb.
You got my information.
It's dumb.
And, but and then on a cruise side, I bet you like, how you ain't got this $1,500, but you on this balcony?
Well, because
balcony
I
room.
spent all my money.
The $1,500 is
spent
designed
all
and
my
saved
money.
for the cruise, not for
Not
medical.
for the medical issue.
Not to
Nah,
mention,
what about
not
when they
to
get off
mention
the ship,
highway
though?
robbery, how much they charge you for medical on a cruise.
But what about when they get off the ship? You ain't breaking no bread on at the what do you call them? The Trader's Village?
No, you're crazy. I'm saying the people we've saved for that. We did not save for the medical. So sure, there might be some people who have space on a credit card, but like I'm not thinking
Save for
about
that
that.
medical, boy.
Yeah, I ain't say hey.
That's how you get unstuck.
How you get unstuck is get that medical
I'm about to
insurance or
say,
whatever.
and this was Royal Caribbean. I think it was because she had seizures, right?
Yes, he had seizures.
What if the lights from Royal Caribbean were the reason for the seizure?
It's a lawsuit.
Oh, that's a
Now
good
they're
catch.
getting a double whammy.
That's a good catch.
Come off the
That's a
gas,
good
bro.
catch.
Which one you
No,
want?
you probably signed for that though.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone with my lawyer. The lawyer said you can either let me go or we gonna sue because you don't want to cause seizure in the first
And
place.
then they're gonna say, our lawyer said.
They're gonna be talking, and that's fine. Let the lawyers hash
Well,
it out.
Caribbean lawyer probably
Look,
ain't
look,
one.
the lawyers
Yeah,
hash it out.
yeah,
That's
while I'm
fine
off the
because
ship.
you know, like I know when it comes to big business,
Yeah.
we can go to court
Yeah.
or you gonna settle because you don't want to do it.
No, they'll go to court. With
take
somebody,
it to social
with
media.
somebody
Shit,
like
we-
that, they don't mind spending the money because they're not going to lose.
They're going to set a precedent.
Right. They're not going to lose to you over time. They know that. They'll pay $1,000 a month just because.
Here's how they lost, though.
Yeah.
In order for them to go to court, they got to get off the ship. She would have got off the
Oh
ship anyway.
yeah. When you think about it, yeah,
That is stupid.
you have to go. You
So
got
right
to
back
go
to
to
the
court.
beginning. It's just stuck in
Just-
stupid.
yeah, that's
It's
stupid.
Let 'em off the boat.
Let them off.
You got
Bill
to
them.
I didn't even think
We
about
gonna
it.
Because if
we
they
gonna
don't
take
pay the
court
bill,
from
you
You're not letting them back
Yeah,
on
you're
the
not
ship
letting
anywhere
them-
else.
No.
Like, they're banned.
Ban them
Okay.
from
Oh
Royal
yeah, that's
Caribbean.
fucking stupid.
You know,
You're
tell your
a
other cruise partners.
multi-billion-dollar company, and you
Let 'em
holding
go,
out
bro.
on $1,500
Your mother stucker.
that you can write off. By the way, that you can write off that
Well,
them not
technically,
paying
I
that
guess-
bill.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
you
So-
I didn't.
But go get your money. Just do like everybody else do, man.
Yeah, hit that check.
He said, "Well, I'm on the couch. Stop playing with me, boy."
Get
Bro,
us
take us
unstuck,
home, bro.
Hey, you know, there's a part of this I wanted. I know I usually do this quick, but I was thinking, and I'll let y'all know. I'm doing it on air, so I have to get an answer from y'all. There's this game. It's like a card game. It's called like Thoughts to Yourself or something like that.
Mhm.
Basically, I feel like it's part of my segment with my counseling background and my vulnerability state. I should pull a card every week, and we should like quickly answer. The card might say something like, "What's one thing in your childhood you wish changed?" It's like it's a
I like
option
it.
of vulnerability. That's how I feel like we should end. You know
Where's
what I'm
that?
saying? I don't have it yet. I'm just saying. I wanted to bring it to y'all's attention because maybe you're like, I'm not doing that.
Stop the count.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, start with that one though. You pulled the card. What did you just
Yeah,
say?
give us one.
What's one thing in your childhood you wish that you can change?
Man, I wish my parents taught us about finances, man. A little bit more.
Big one.
I ain't gonna cap. It's all y'all's fault.
Mhm.
Real talk. Nobody want to say it was y'all fault. While we go down the drain.
I don't know. For me, one thing I feel like I wish I would have changed was like
Lisa.
me like figuring out who I am a lot sooner.
I feel you.
Yeah. For me, I don't know, bro.
I feel like we're in the Thanksgiving circle. Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough.
Like
Like
we
really
thankful
is,
for.
bro.
Yeah.
it's that Uncle Martin prayer, 20 minutes, and then what you thankful for 50 minutes.
Yeah.
For me, if I had to think on it, I don't know. I just feel like I wish we would have focused more on relationship.
Facts.
I think there was so much task oriented connection that when there's not task, it feels like there's no connection. So now you get older as an adult and you bring that into adulthood and you start trying to have accomplishments and you realize, oh wait, I'm attaching this stuff to stuff that happened to me as a kid. And I think if I go back in time and say, you know what, let me just focus on not the task, focus on the person, the relationship I'm having. That would have been, I don't know. I think it would have done wonders for me in my adulthood. Took me a long time to get there.
That's a good point because it's probably why I am the way I am today, especially even at work. Like the reason why I love where I work now is because it's so relationship based. And that's what I've shifted. I'm not a task oriented person no more.
But you had to be growing up.
Right.
In our household, you did.
That's not me no more. And I feel like it's because I would have focused more on a relationship. So,
yeah.
Hey, I
That's
appreciate y'all for being vulnerable. Next week, I'll come with more questions.
They're going to be something like...
no, they tough.
Put a timer on there, too, so that we know.
No, for sure.
It's going to say,
that'll be
what day should you schedule the...
No, that's fine. Listen, okay, let's get this out. Listen, if you got to schedule some of that time...
Yes, sir.
Schedule it. Be very intentional.
That's right.
About your intimacy, whether that be the moments in the bedroom, stolen kiss here or there. It doesn't really matter. Pay attention to your partner, and sacrifice things for your partner if you want a loving and healthy relationship. And if you also want a loving, healthy relationship, you need to get your sleep. You need to drink some tea and be well. And you gotta come back next week.
And I guess this is perfect to say if it's up.
And it's stuck.
Hey.
Stuck.